Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I have my Christmas at Hogwarts TBR. So the Christmas at Hogwarts Readathon is a branch of the magical readathon that is hosted by G from Book Roast. These have been my favourite readathons to participate in throughout 2018 and I cannot wait for the 2019 set to begin. But until then, we have the most casual of the magical readathons so far, and this is essentially a readathon that is going to prepare us to attend the Christmas feast. This readathon is going to run from the 17th to the 26th of December. I have 5 books on my TBR. I'm not sure how well I'm going to do because this is also my last week at work, but then there is also a little bit of time over the Christmas period. I am going to be busy with like Christmas stuff, but I'm hoping I can get some time in to read as well. So of course I am going to link all of the links to G, her announcement video, in the description box. I am going to also link the Google Doc to the map, which I haven't printed out because I'm terrible at printing things out. It's just me. But if you would like a full breakdown of all of the challenges, then you can go check out G's video, because today I'm just going to focus on the specific path that I am going to be taking. I will insert a picture of it here so you can kind of see what it looks like and get to grips with what I'm doing, but essentially you have to get from the first challenge to the last one following a path. So challenge number 1 is to finish your coursework, and for that you have to finish your current read. And I think that by the time Monday rolls around, my current read is still going to be P.S. I Still Love You. I did intend to really fly through this, and when I do read it, I am reading very quickly. However, you might be able to tell a little bit with my voice that I am sick and I kind of just have a sore throat, but I also have a lot of fatigue that goes with it. So I've been getting into bed and reading like a couple of chapters, and then pretty much like I just can't keep my eyes open. So I haven't made it very far in this at all. I am on page 104. Obviously by the time that Monday rolls around I will be closer to finishing than I am now. But for those of you that don't know, this is a young adult contemporary romance that follows our main character Lara Jean, and as this is the second book in a series, I can't really tell you what this one is about. But in the first book, Lara Jean writes a lot of letters to a lot of boys that she's had crushes on, and she does this as like a personal exercising of her feelings and to gain closure. But somehow these letters get mailed out and she kind of has to deal with the chaos of that. So this is the second book in the series. I'm not loving it so far, I'm not gonna lie, but it is a really quick and easy read. So I am going to continue and finish this for the first challenge. Next I will be heading over to help Hagrid decorate the trees, because Hagrid is my bae, and to do this I will be reading a book with a gold detail. However, when I was building my TBR, I wanted to put this book in because I've had it for a while and it was a priority when I bought it. I think I received it as a gift, and I haven't read it yet, but it doesn't actually have gold detail on. I just thought it did, but I'm going to stick it in there anyway, and that is an Enchantment of Ribbons by Margaret Rogerson. If you can kind of see, this is a very shiny metallic cover. It also has like coppery, bronzy and gold metallics on the cover, so I kind of think it counts. Originally I did think that the text was in gold, but apparently not. But this is what I'm going to be reading anyway. I don't know a lot about this. I do know that it wasn't very well received, but it is a nice short book and I'd like to kind of read it because it was very hyped. So all I know about this is that it kind of follows the plot of ACOTAR. So this is like a fairy world, but the fairies rely on humans to create art because for some reason the fae can't do it. And this girl is commissioned to paint the portrait of this fairy prince. However, she paints sorrow into his eyes, which is a big no-no because fairies aren't supposed to have human feelings, and for that she's kind of taken prisoner. I do know that this is a romance. I do really like romantic fantasy, but it hasn't been well received, so we'll see how much I actually enjoy it. Next I will be heading to the Three Broomsticks for mulled pixie wine, and the challenge for that is to read a book that you think you can finish in a day or an evening. And for this one I will be reading Rat Queens Volume 2, The Far-Reaching Tentacles of Nrygoth. This is the second volume in the Rat Queens graphic novel series, and it follows, is it 4 or 5? 4 like battle maidens. They're mercenaries for hire, but they are a little bit rebellious. They like to cause trouble. This is saucy and it's sassy and I absolutely love it. I did read the first volume for Booktubeathon. I may have to revisit that one a little bit just to get a better grasp with the storyline again, but regardless, even if I read both of the volumes, it wouldn't take me longer than 2 hours to read them both back to back. I received this as my Booktube Secret Santa gift, and so I'm really excited to read it because I do like to kind of keep on top of graphic novel series, otherwise I just kind of forget about them, and I've been dying to dive back into this for so long, and now that I have it, I think that this is a perfect time to get in there. After that, I will be attending the Yule Ball, and the challenge for this is to read a book that you have been preparing yourself for, and I'm going to be reading Saga Volume 9, which I do not own. I keep saying I'm going to prime it to myself, but I have not yet. I'm going to get on that on Monday, I promise. I just keep getting paranoid that people have bought it me for Christmas, and I keep checking all the time to make sure they haven't, and as far as I'm aware, they still haven't. So I've been avoiding this because the creators, Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, are going on hiatus for the entirety of 2019. So my original thoughts kind of were like, well, I'm not in any rush to read it because there's not going to be a new one for a while. Then I found out that it's destroying people emotionally, which makes me want to read it and find out what's going on, but I'm also obviously a little bit scared because I'm very attached to these characters, and it's one of the only books that has ever made me cry. You think it was the end of volume 6 that I cried. So I really need to know what's going on, and I've kind of been preparing myself emotionally, and I'm also kind of subconsciously not buying it because as soon as I buy it, I know I'm going to read it, and then there's that emotional destruction. But if you don't know, this is a graphic novel series that follows two aliens from warring planets who fall in love and make a baby. However, because their planets are at war, the people of their planets, I keep saying planets, don't believe that they should be together, and mercenaries are sent out to kill them. And it kind of also follows not only the parents of the child and the child herself, but also the mercenaries sent after them, and there's like a lot of different stuff going on. You're rooting for everyone, all very emotional, because when people clash, you don't really know what side of the war you really fall on. So I absolutely love this graphic novel series. I promise that I'm going to prime it to me and actually get that read. After I've wrapped up at the Yule Ball, I will be heading to take a festive treat to Hedwig at the Owlery, and the challenge for this is to read a book with an animal on the title or in the series name or on the cover, and I will be reading Kinslayer by J. Kristoff. So this is the second book in the Lotus War, and as you may be able to tell, there is like no animal in any of the words that I've just said or on the cover of this book. However, the story does very much center around this mythical beast called the Arashitora. It's a thunder tiger. It's like half tiger, half eagle, and that is very central to this story. The beast is actually in the story and plays a big part, so it is very centered around animals. Now, the Lotus War series takes place in this dystopian steampunk kind of Japan. The whole country is polluted, and the shogun, who's not a very great guy, decides that he wants to own this mythical creature and be the next storm dancer, and the storm dancers are the legendary warriors that used to ride the storm tigers into battle. Our main character is the daughter of the master of the hunt, and they are sent to retrieve this animal. However, the main character and her father both believe that this is an impossible task, as in this heavily polluted society, even normal animals are extinct, never mind mythical creatures that may not have existed in the first place. So I really enjoyed the first book in this series. As you can see, this is a hefty book, which is why it will be the last book on my TBR. I have included this one because I was going to read it anyway. This is like the next book that I would have been reading if I was not taking part in a readathon, and as the rest of the books are quite short, I'm pretty optimistic that I will be able to at least start this, and then if I don't finish it, oh well, at least I completed most of the other challenges. And the last challenge is optional, but that is to attend the Christmas feast, and the challenge for this is to watch a Harry Potter movie. Now, I may be doing this, it may not be in the readathon, but over the Christmas period I definitely intend to watch the first Fantastic Beasts movie, and that is because I have not seen it yet, and myself, my boyfriend and my dad all really love Harry Potter, so I'm thinking that like we can all sit and we can watch the first Fantastic Beasts movie together. So that brings me to the end of my Christmas at Hogwarts TBR. Please let me know if you were taking part. I have seen a lot of your TBRs and I'm loving everyone's choices for the challenges. Please also don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box, you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle website, the Instagram for that, and 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.